Greetings YouTube, Crad here. In this video I'm bringing you the Begg Knives Tree Frog. This is the first neck knife offering from Todd Begg's Damn Near Custom line. And it is a very well designed knife. I was a little bit put off by the looks when I first saw it. It's a very strange looking knife for sure. However, the utility of the knife can't be questioned. It has a 2-inch Wharncliffe blade made out of Bowler N690 steel, which is a very high quality steel, great edge retention, high hardness, high wear. It has a beautiful stone-washed finish. It has the signature Todd Begg fuller with small and large alternating holes, which is a design aesthetic that I do enjoy. The edge is very sharp. Getting into the various ways that you could grip this knife seems limitless. You can really choke up on it. Do some really fine sort of inscribing work. Sort of get it like a claw. And I found this is probably the grip where it moves the least in your hand if you needed to do something where you're just putting a lot of pressure on the blade. Of course, for normal use, sort of a more relaxed grip, or sort of the choking up grip that I showed you. Either one of those would be more than fine. It even feels very comfortable in a reverse grip. And thanks to this little extension here in the middle, really allows you to hold onto the knife very well. Even the way that they shaped this portion of the knife, it's very well thought out. Just to sort of not only make sure that the knife is comfortable in your hand, but to give you the ultimate grip on it. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I'm very interested in LaGriff style knives. And utility-wise, I would say that the Begg Tree Frog is equal in utility to the LaGriff. The only thing that I would say that the LaGriff has up on the Tree Frog is by having a full ring here, it's more or less impossible to drop the knife. Whereas with the Tree Frog, if you were especially clumsy, or if you were in a situation where your hand was struck for some reason, it still would be possible to drop this knife. Whereas with this, you don't have to do anything; it just stays on your hand. But this has been my regular EDC ever since I got it, and I foresee it being that way for some time to come. Kicking the LaGriffs off of my neck, essentially. The Kydex sheath that comes with the knife is very well made. It has great retention. All the edges on it are rounded, so it feels comfortable to wear. And I thought it was pretty genius. This is something I hadn't seen done before. They included one of these little clips that you often find in the nylon accessory world, you know, backpacks, pouches, and things along those lines. And it's just a quality constructed, can't think of the name of this, toggle, that just sort of allows you to tighten up or loosen the paracord as needed, which is very good for getting it positioned exactly where you want it on your neck, which is great for getting the knife positioned exactly where you want it to ride on your chest. For me, I usually like to have it a little bit higher than I would normally be able to do just by tying off paracord, sort of in a permanent fashion, because I have to make sure the paracord opening is large enough to fit around my head. So this is a way to circumvent that, and I've found that wearing tied off paracord that's been knotted and burned the way that I normally do, over time the paracord will contract and shrink. So usually I have it positioned as high as I can get it and still have enough slack to get it over my head, and eventually that'll tighten up and I won't be able to put it on or take it off anymore, and I have to cut the paracord off and start over. So this is a very smart way to get around that. You do get left with some length behind it, and it was actually a decent bit longer than this, the way that it came, so I just cut the edges and burned them slightly. But I could probably shorten that even more than it already is. Based on some photos that I've seen on Instagram, it seems like Begg Knives has at least one or two other neck knife sized fixed blades coming out in the near future. So I'm going to keep my eyes on those, and if I can bring them to you as well, I will do that at some point in the future. Thanks for watching.